questions for Kyron, raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. We'll start with Andy on the front row.
Kyron, now that you've had a couple days to think about it and review stuff, how do you assess your first career start?
Like I said after the game, I feel like it was a pretty strong game for my first career start ever. Something to build from, mistakes to learn from, and then we just got to keep going and find a way to go 1-0 this week.
I'm curious, when you get your first extended action like that in college, are there nerves? Is there anything? Do you feel like you settled down as the game went along?
I wouldn't say nervous just because, like, I played in a significant amount of time last year. I played, like, almost the second half, so it was really just more excitement being out there for the first time, like, first full game starting. I definitely settled down towards as the game went on, but I wouldn't say I was nervous.
Back in the room, Anthony.
Kyron, outside of the one drop he had, it looked like that you and Dayquan had a pretty good connection out there. Can you describe, the rapport that you have with him, and to see a guy that you look to kind of step up, especially without Ali playing?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Dayquan just been working ever since we both got here in January. We always threw outside of workouts leading up to the season, and he definitely know he just got to step up now that Ali out right now. So we're just gonna keep working.
Damien.
Kyron, when we asked you a question, how you played. When you go back and review the film, do you see things that, when you go back and watch, you're like, man, I wish I had that back? And are those things easily correctable for you when you go back and watch the game film?
Yeah, I feel like every player, when they watch film, is plays that they always, like 3 to 4 or 5 plays that you might want back. So there's definitely plays I want back, and yeah, there are things I could have controlled better, and things that were easily corrected.
Since you've had almost 6 months in this offense, did the game feel slow to you, or did it slow down as the game went on? 'Cause it seemed like you felt more comfortable on some read options, being able to take what the defense gave you, and also look a lot more confident throwing the ball.
I'm sorry. I would say, yeah, it felt slow to me. Just being in the offense for so long, I would say I definitely got better from the spring. Y'all seen in the spring, if y'all was at practice or the spring game, it's just me trying to get to know the offense for like 2-3 months. Yeah, I definitely been in the offense for 6 months. I wouldn't say it went slow as the game went on, just from the start, like I was ready to go.
And Coach said earlier today that if Grant can go, there's still going to be the battle to see who gives the team the best chance. What's your mindset this week going into this, knowing you want to build on the strengths that you had in week 1 and hopefully improve going into what could be your second straight start?
My mindset is just to keep doing what I've been doing. Obviously, it's been good enough for the coaches for them to believe in me, and then I'm just trying to give our team the best chance to win. So whatever I have to do to step up and do that, I will.
That's good. David in the front of the room, and then David in the back of the room.
Hey, Kyron. What age did you start playing football?
Started playing football probably when I was 5 or 6.
Were you always a quarterback?
No, I didn't. I never grew up. I didn't want to be a quarterback. I grew up wanting to play defense, and then my dad only trained me to be a quarterback, and then I didn't start playing quarterback until 7th, 8th grade.
Do you now as a college quarterback? I mean, do you like that?
Oh yeah, I love playing quarterback now. Just growing up, I didn't want to play quarterback. I just always liked hitting people because I was always bigger than everybody. So growing up, I love playing quarterback now.
Was your dad, I guess, your big coach kind of growing up?
Kinda. I always played for my dad. He was my high school coach, but he always coached D-line. So he was my coach, but he wasn't my coach at the same time. He couldn't tell me anything a quarterback needs to do.
You arrived in Blacksburg, back in January, I believe. What has been the hardest, most challenging part of adapting to Virginia Tech and adapting to this? And what's been the easiest part? Where do you feel like you've grown the most?
I feel like coming from Texas, where I grew up, I already knew a lot of people, grew up with friends, people from the same schools with me. Biggest difficulty was definitely the weather here. Had to get used to that from Texas, and just me being like more outgoing and getting to know other people that I didn't know just because I didn't know anybody from here, or it's only like 2 other teammates from Texas, and I didn't really know them. So after I like met Ali on my visit, I just been hanging out with him, and then since he from Virginia, he been showing me the ropes of how it is out here.
Where have you grown the most on the field since you arrived here at Virginia Tech?
I've been saying I grew the most out of being a more vocal leader than I've been. I've been more of like a leader that leads by example, and I would say coming here I needed to be more of a vocal leader, so I grew on that.
Back of the room, David.
Hey, Kyron, the starting quarterback position had really been competitive dating all the way back to the spring. Up to this point, how has Grant made you a better quarterback, even from just a motivational standpoint?
Just both of us always competing each and every day, knowing that I didn't come here to be a backup, and Grant didn't come here last year to get his spot taken. So we just been helping each other, trying to get this team to get in a better position to win games, and we still have a good relationship, and we just always work to get each other better.
Front row, Darian, and then Andy, and we'll go to Zoom.
Being a guy who wanted to play on defense, does that influence your running style where you want to lower a shoulder and knock someone over?
Yeah, definitely got that in high school just because I was bigger than everybody. In college, I know I need to chill on doing that. You see, I did it early in the game, and then it kind of just went down from there. So, yeah.
From a mindset of making sure you take care of your body, how cognizant do you need to be to make sure you're not throwing shoulders and trying to run over people, knowing you got to stay healthy and make sure you're out there for the whole game?
Knowing just how to know when to get down and know what down and the sticks are. Like, if it's 3rd and 4th down, I know I need to do anything I can to get the first down. Just if it's 1st and 2nd down, get what I can and get down, because I know people are trying to take out the quarterback. So I know I need to take care of my body in order to stay in the game.
You told us at Media Day you didn't want to be known as simply a running quarterback. You wanted to be a complete quarterback. How do you evaluate how you threw the ball against Rutgers? You had the beautiful deep ball to Dayquan that he dropped, but bounced back. Great throw to him for a touchdown, and how you're able to find your targets.
I felt like my throwing game was pretty good. I can show more of that the next game. And I'm going to just keep building on from there, just to keep showing people that I'm not just a running style quarterback.
Kyron, you mentioned your dad. Your grandfather is pretty well known in Texas high school football circles, too. What is that like growing up in a football-first family, I would imagine, like that?
It's always tough just because they going to get on you more than they get on anybody else, especially when they're your coaches. My grandpa coached my dad, and then my dad coached me, and then they both played defense. So it's kind of different just because I'm an offensive guy, so they don't really know like what all to like coach me on, but they still try to coach me hard.
Your grandfather coached in a couple state title games. Your dad did. I think I saw a picture of you when you were like 1 year old on the field with him. You played in some. I've seen Friday Night Lights. Are Texas high school championships that big of a deal? What's that like down there?
Oh, definitely. Texas high school football, go to Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and the whole thing sold out the whole day. Like, stadium packed. My dad, he had been to 3 state championships before me, and just the fact that he was able to win his first one with me while I was a starting quarterback was a surreal moment for me.
Let's go to Zoom for a couple.
On Zoom, please use the raise hand feature again for questions for Kyron, and we'll start with Steve, please.
Kyron, yeah, I'm sure you were getting a little bit of advice as the week was going on. What was the best advice that you might have gotten from somebody, whether it was teammate, friends, family, whatever?
I got advice from a lot of teammates and coaches. They all basically said the same thing: just go out there and be myself and be the person that got me here. Don't go out there and try to be a hero or be anybody that I'm not, and just to keep fighting no matter how the game go, and then just try to win the game.
Was there any point in the game where you might have felt like you slipped from being yourself there and had to catch yourself, or was that a success for you?
I feel like it was a success of me just playing my game and being myself. I feel like I did a good job of that.
Thank you.
We'll go to Joseph next, please.
Hi, Kyron. Have you seen anything in the Marshall film yet that you think that you can maybe exploit or something that concerns you?
Nothing really concerns me. Marshall plays a lot of different coverages, so we just been in the film room trying to figure out their tendencies of what coverage they go to, and I feel like our coach is going to come up with different plays to exploit their voids and their defense. So we just got to keep going from there.
Any final questions for Kyron on Zoom? Okay, Travis.